So growing up, I found myself in a place really looking for just leadership and acceptance. My parents split up when I was younger, and that was really difficult. And when I was young, I went to church, but my heart was soft then, but then I kind of grew into a hard-hearted teenager and really angry over my situation and circumstances. It wasn't until I was about 19, I found myself wandering the campus of Ball State University in a drug haze. I had overdosed on LSD, and after several days of wandering around, going from place to place, I had fraternity brothers that actually picked me up and brought me to the hospital. And the doctors told my parents they didn't know if my mind was going to come back. About 8 weeks later, I found myself at home, and my mind was coming back. And I had a conversation with my brother, and I remember the question he asked me. He asked, "Jamie, have you ever made the decision to put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ? Have you ever accepted the message that you heard growing up?" Well, it was kind of interesting because growing up I was dragged to church, and I had heard that message, but I never believed it, and I struggled with the culture that I grew up in a little bit. I didn't see it as real, and I had a few people that I thought were genuine, but I heard that message, and my heart was soft when I was younger, and it got hard when I was older. But at that point in time, I finally realized what it meant. And I knew that it was God speaking right to me. And He wanted me. He wanted me to realize that the entire time, all those life events, He was actually working to draw me to Himself. And so from there, I put my faith and trust in Jesus Christ. And I put my nose to the blue carpet. And I remember very specifically just crying out to God, literally just sobbing and realizing that I had hurt Him and I had hurt many people in my life, and I needed to confess all of this stuff and just lay it out before Him. My life didn't become perfect. I actually moved into a Three's Company situation, and there was a couple girls that I lived with, but I stopped having this desire to go out and party and do these different things. I actually wanted to begin to read the Bible. I wanted to go to church. I wanted to become a more responsible person and do better in my relationships. And I just thought, you know, if He can work in my life, if He can change even me, He can change anybody through the gospel and the power of Jesus Christ. And so it's not always easy, but He has definitely changed my life, and I just have to resubmit and realize that it's always a miracle that He saved me, and it's a miracle when He works in my life continually. So what I like to really share with people is that Jesus works. You know, like He works. He works if we just realize that He's there, He died for us, and we have His leadership to follow. We can't go wrong with Him. Jesus works.